Hi guys, I'm sorry for no makeup, but I have my actual camera charging now because I want to see if it works still, because I will film my tutorial with that instead. But while my camera is charging, I thought I would film the Ride or Die tag. Jaclyn Hill kind of invented this tag, so I will leave her video down below in the description box, so check that out if you want to see the background behind it. But I decided to do this drugstore edition. I do own high-end makeup, but I don't own like a holy grail product for everything. Like, I have a high-end foundation, but I don't like it. It's MAC Studio Fix. I don't like it that much. This is probably going to be a long video, so we'll just get right into it. I'm starting with the face makeup first, and the first product is a primer. And this is technically not even a primer. It's the Nivea Men Aftershave Balm Sensitive version. This is probably the only thing ever that is a primer that doesn't make my face go really oily. I do want to try the Makeup Forever mattifying one and the Cover FX, the new oil blotting drop things that they have. But just to put a straight primer on, so far this is the only thing I've tried that doesn't make my face really greasy. Foundation, and considering I just said I have oily skin, the Rimmel Match Perfection is actually my go-to foundation. So I found that Rimmel foundations are awesome. I don't like their Stay Matte foundation, probably because the palest shade is too pale and too pink, but then the next shade is too orange and too dark, and mixing them together just makes it go really orange. But this matches me perfectly. It's color 100 Ivory, and it's got great coverage. As you can see, my skin is practically perfect. It's just very red. So this has got amazing coverage for me. It's just a foundation I can always rely on. Doesn't oxidize, color matches perfectly, and it's awesome. Next is concealer, and I could not choose between these two. The first one again is a Rimmel product. It's the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer. This is perfect. It's got awesome coverage on it. It's very, very brightening underneath my eyes. Doesn't crease, lasts all day. Perfect. And the next one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Now this is practically empty. This one is in the color Brightener. Forgot to say, this is in Ivory. And this is in the Brightener Illuminator one, so it's the pink toned. But I have got a backup of this, but it's almost empty. I've had this for ages, so I've decided to just use it up. But it's got great coverage, lasts all day. The only thing is this does crease on the very small creases underneath my eye just there. But again, perfect. Powder. Now I have a face powder and an under eye powder. The face powder is the Savvy by Designer Brands color correcting powder in anti-redness. I did buy this a couple of months ago when my face was very bad. It was very red around here. It was horrible. And I found that it actually did work. But these color correcting powders are very pale. They're practically white. So I have found that they don't alter the colour of my foundation like a coloured face powder does. And I have found that it's just so much better. And my under eye powder is the Australis banana powder. As you can see, I love this. The lid's kind of broken. I've hit pan on it. It took me months to hit pan on this as well. And it's awesome. I love it. My Holy Grail bronzer is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. So since I bought that, I haven't used any of the others. And my other bronzers, I kind of almost don't like them now that I own. But if I had to choose a drugstore one, I haven't tried many bronzers, I'm sorry guys. But it is the e.l.f. the contouring blush and bronzer one in St. Lucia. This is the one that is apparently the NARS Laguna and Orgasm duo dupe thing, but this was the bronzer I was using nearly every single day before I got the Too Faced one. It's really nice. The only thing is now it's too dark for me when I'm extra fair, but it is very nice. I don't use the blush in this, but the bronzer is great. Now for blush, I really only recently got these, but these have to be my favorite blush formula. One of these is my favorite color. Both of them, I can't choose between the color, but the formula. They're the BYS blushes. I think I had these in my recent favorites video. This one is in Coral. And if you know me, you know that is my colour. And there's also this one in Pretty in Pink. And it's more peachy corally than the camera's making it seem. and I think I prefer this one over it. This one just doesn't close and I accidentally dug into it. But I think I prefer this one, but the colours are amazing. They're very glowy, but they're just, I can't describe it. These are just perfect, and they're only $3 something. My highlighters are all high-end, but then I remembered I had this Aldi contour palette, and it's got 2 highlighters in it. The first one is just stark white. The second one's more of a pinky toned. They're so soft, pigmented, and just perfect. And the formula on these is amazing. Again, I used to use these bronzers a lot, like almost hit pan on them before I found my Too Faced one. But now I really only use the highlights because the bronzers don't. It's supposed to be, this is your contour, that's your bronze. I used to just mix them together because I don't contour my face, but the highlighters in this, the bronzer formula is great too, but the highlighters in this, you just can't beat it. And then for brows is my ChiChi brow pomade. This one is in medium brown, and I went to buy the auburn colour, but I found it on the app called Wish. I believe they have a website. If they do, I will link that down below. They were selling the Anastasia one for $2, so I bought the Anastasia brow pomade for $2 with $3 shipping. So I bought it for $5 total instead of 40 something. It just doesn't match. Brown just doesn't match. So I thought the auburn colour would be better. But I don't need a brow gel with this, which is why I don't have one in here. I do use one, but it's only because it's opened. But I don't need a brow gel with this. It works great. Stays on all day and it's just perfect. Now I'm moving on to my eyes, and the first one's an eye primer, and this is the e.l.f. eye primer. This is the $1 one, I believe. I don't know. I don't live in America. This is $6 here. Not that it matters. I have several of these. This one's in sheer. I've got several of these as backups, and I have just found that it's good. It just works. It doesn't make my eyeshadows crease. It makes them stay on all the time, and I don't have a problem with it. Eyeshadow bases, and that is no surprise that I am choosing the Maybelline Colour Tattoos. Now this one in particular is barely branded. It's just the first one I grabbed, but as you can see I have used it quite a lot. Probably almost hit the pot on the bottom, but these are great. Prefer them over the NYX Jumbo Pencil. The next thing is eyeshadows, and I have 3 just because I couldn't choose between them. The first one is Sleek. This is available at Target. It's not really drugstore. Well, it is. It's drugstore price because these eyeshadow palettes are $20, which is cheaper than the Maybelline, the nudes ones. The Maybelline ones are $22 or $23. This one is their Eye Divine palette in Storm, and it's the only Sleek palette I own, but judging from swatching the others in store, they're the same as this. The quality is amazing. The pigmentation is perfect. They blend very well. The black eyeshadow in this is probably the blackest eyeshadow I've ever used in my life. The next brand is also available at Target. It's called ChiChi. I do love ChiChi. I've got their liquid lipsticks. I've got their brow pomade. I've got a heap of stuff from ChiChi, and they're awesome. This is just their little phone case thing I picked, but I have a great big huge palette from them as well, and a couple of their singles. And the pigmentation on these is amazing. This one, they're all shimmery on this one, which doesn't matter, but I've got matte colours. The face highlighter on this is great as well. Now, the 2 last things for eyes are eyeliner and mascara. Now, for just plain black eyeliner is my Rimmel Scandaleyes Kohl eyeliner in black. I've also got this in blue, taupe, sparkly black, and I believe a grey one as well. And they stay on all day, they don't move, they're fantastic. This is my second black one. If I would choose a bright coloured one, I would actually choose my ChiChi gel eyeliner ones over that. Or for white, I actually prefer my Australis white one. The black Australis one doesn't do anything for me. This is the black one I use. Liquid eyeliner is my designer brand's Absolute Liquid Eyeliner. This is a freaking amazing. It's a felt tip pen. It's so easy to use. It doesn't sting my eyes. It's very, very dark. It doesn't flake. It just looks great. And then for mascara, I couldn't choose between these 2. They tie, and they're both from Maybelline. I have not tried the biggest variety of mascaras. I kind of just used to buy the same 3 or 4 that I liked. And these two are the ones now. I do try a bigger variety now, but these two are the ones that I pretty much always repurchase. And they are the Maybelline Colossal Smoky Eyes Mascara and the Mega Plush. They're awesome. This one, I have to say, is a little bit more of a wet formula than this, but they're fantastic. The volume I get with them is just incredible, and they're very, very, very dark, and I just really, really like these. The only thing is I do need to wear a waterproof one with those. The only non-waterproof mascara I have found that doesn't smudge on me is the Revlon Lash Potion. Every single other non-waterproof mascara I have tried really sucks that way. But for volume and everything, that's great. Lips, and the first one, lip gloss. Formula, the NYX Butter Glosses. This colour in particular is Angel Food Cake, but it's not really the colour that I'm saying. The formula of these, they smell great. They smell like cake. They are extremely pigmented. They're very buttery and smooth and creamy without being sticky. They last all day, and I find they're really, really good. You can't beat those. For lip balm, I have my Aldi Grapefruit Lip Balm. These come in different scents and different flavour things, but these are great as well. They are my favourite lip balm I've ever tried, and I have tried a huge array of lip balms. Lipstick, and it's actually these e.l.f. matte lip colours. I keep going back to these all the time. The colours are great. I've got Coral, Rich Red, Praline, Tea Rose, and Natural. The Coral's probably my favourite colour, but they're really pigmented. You can use them as lip liners as well, and I keep going back to them all the time. Liners, and the formulas for these is the Essence ones. They're $2 each, and as you can see, I like the red one. I do have to say the three with the silver lid do have a better formula than these two. These two are a lot more dry, but they still last forever. The colours are great, and I wish I could find the other colours in them, but they're always sold out. And then for liquid lipsticks, for matte ones, the Danima Long Lasting Lip Glosses. These are actually liquid lipsticks. They are the $1 ones from eBay. This colour in particular is number 37. It's just one I grabbed out of my drawer. They're awesome. And then my last category, I also chose to put in tools, so brushes and things. And for makeup sponges, I have to say my ChiChi ones. This in particular is just the orange one. It's brand new. I haven't used it yet. They have 4 different shapes. The yellow one is my favourite shape, but I did have the 4-pack with all 4 of them in it. So these are great. I prefer these over the Beauty Blender. I have used the Beauty Blender and I prefer these. I'm going to do a whole video on why I prefer the ChiChi ones over the others, but I also want to try the Real Techniques ones first. Then for brush brands, e.l.f. This is the angled eyeliner brush. When I used to use gel eyeliner, this is freaking amazing. It's awesome. It looks like that. But e.l.f. brushes, the studio brushes in particular, are very well made. The next brand is Models Prefer. This is the stippling brush that I bought years ago, and I actually use this for bronzer now instead of foundation. But the amount of times this has been washed, it's never shed. It's got no sign of breaking or anything. I've had this maybe for 4 years. Well, how am I this year? I've had it probably nearly 4.5 years, and no sign of it breaking, falling apart. The only thing is that end, but that's my fault. I've got other brushes from them as well. I got eye brushes and that. They're very well made, and to be quite honest, I think Models Prefer is the drugstore version of MAC. So these are great. And then the last one is actually these ones, and I don't even know what brand these are. My mum bought me this set for Christmas last year, but they are literally the softest brushes I own. This one in particular is the brush I use for blush, but the eye brushes and things I own in them are ones I use all the time. Don't know what brand this is, but I'm really sorry. I don't like Real Techniques brushes that often. I do own them, I do use them, but if I had my way, I probably would not repurchase them just because they're not that soft. They're kind of scratchy, and yeah, these ones are so much softer. So I'm really sorry for this long video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!